For anyone who's ever been on 159th Street in Markham between the Tri-State and Interstate 57, as you drive down that 2 mile stretch of highway, what you'll see is a White Castle, Burger King, Harold's Chicken, McDonald's, and lots of other fast food. You'll also see dollar stores, and you'll see one grocery store. What you've seen is referred to as a food desert. A food desert is simply an area in which there's an absence of healthy businesses where people can acquire healthy foods. Markham is not the only area. There are many across the country in urban areas and as well as in rural areas where residents have a difficult time acquiring healthy, fresh foods at a reasonable price. One of the most effective mechanisms in recent years to help us with this has been the concept of food insecurity. Food insecurity as a measurement is designed to find out not just where people live and their limited access to food, but also how their income and how their variation of income over the month, year, 5 years affects their ability to acquire those basic necessities. In 2018, it was estimated that one of 9 Americans were food insecure, and 1 in 4 children were food insecure. And that comes to over 37 million people in the United States being food insecure, including 11 million children. In Cook County, in the South Chicagoland area, what we find is that in Cook County, the food insecure rate's about 12%. And in Will County, it's about 12% also. But the point is that food insecurity is a major problem within American society, and certainly the Chicago area reflects that. What are some of the other ways in which we can look at food insecurity? I think we can also look at a concept called retail redlining, which helps us to understand why these neighborhoods are lacking in adequate places to buy healthy foods. And so what we see again is a systematic historical process by which there's been disinvestment in people of color and low-income communities. We should also look at what are some of the consequences of these problems of food deserts and lack of investment in communities. We see tremendous health problems. We see increases in a wide range of health problems, including obesity, asthma, high blood pressure, strokes, and even premature death. What are some of the ways in which we might respond to that? Certainly, there are many. One of these is looking toward community gardens. Many communities around the South suburban community, as around the nation, are using properties that they own or properties that they have access to use community gardens to supplement people's food supply. Even more aggressive ways of addressing food insecurity are things like urban farming. Many neighborhoods in Chicago and many areas around the country are teaching people how to farm, how to grow things. Even more aggressive and intensive urban farming methods include a wide range of indoor farming. And there are many advantages to growing indoors. It takes much less water. It's much less harsh on the soil. And many inner city communities and residents and groups of people living in inner city communities are moving towards urban agriculture as a way of addressing the food insecurities within their neighborhoods. The underlying issue here is that when communities begin to take control or try to take control over their food supply, it can lead to a wide range of other beneficial things. One is that they see themselves as aggressive activists, citizens in pursuing the rights of living in a democratic society. Secondly, and equally important, is that as we, as a society as a whole, address a lot of the health and food insecure needs of low income and people of color communities, it will lower the cost of healthcare in American society as a whole. And this is very important because America spends more than any other industrialized country in the world on healthcare. We spend more than any other nation per capita. But in terms of actual outcome, we are like 35th in the world. And so in closing, I would say, again, this is important not just for people of color communities, but it's important for American society as a whole.